So if you have not seen part one of this Airbnb makeover, I suggest you go back and look at it. I'm showing you some very brief clips of what the entire place looked like before I began redoing most of the rooms. And I say most because the homeowner did insist on helping. So I gave her the 2 bathrooms to do, which we'll have to go back and see that later because I didn't stay to see her decisions on that. Anywho, as you know, this is the before look of the house. She had the colors, she had the brightness in the kitchen, but the house itself was just kind of dark and dingy and needed an uplifting so that Airbnb guests can feel comfortable, cozy, feel welcomed in her space. So with each project, I do try to assign each space a certain theme. This particular space was going to be the coffee area, black and white. Everything in it would be black and white so guests could come in and enjoy a book by themselves or enjoy a cup of coffee with a friend or family member. This particular area I wanted to make into a game room because the space was there. I just needed to add the gaming room feel to that room. Unloading and packing is like one of the tedious things that I ever have to do because I not only have to load the car or load the truck, I have to also unload it, but according to the room that I'm working on. So sometimes there are things that can remain in my car or truck for days because I don't get to that particular area until later, but I always bring it along in case I'm working faster than my mind thinks I need to be working. So I may finish an area sooner than I expected, so I'll always have the items with me. I won't have to keep going back and forth to get the items. So in the coffee area, it's progressively coming along. I found enough seating. I really wanted that table to be in front of the window because it was going to serve as a centerpiece for this room. However, I needed to put more seating in this room because of course, it is a coffee area where 2 or more guests may gather. So I needed to space it out enough so everyone wouldn't be cramped under one another. And if they decided to grab a book off of the bookshelf ladder that I created, I got those ladders from Hobby Lobby and I decided to use them as a bookshelf instead of using one of her antique bookcases that she had. But I think this just creates a more modern feel to this room. I did use the lamp, that's her mother's lamp in the corner. As they were completing or beginning the flooring, I really was getting more excited. So I wanted to finish this room so I could give her a feel, an example of what her overall house will be looking like in the future. So this is the coffee room that I feel is very engaging, and when she saw it, she began to see the picture of it. And she even has a Keurig machine. Yes, we went and bought her a Keurig machine for this project because Keurig has to be here. No coffee pot. But anywho, as you can see, this room is coming together. I decided to leave the sheer curtains up. I did take down those dark brown curtains, I think is what she had up here originally, but I decided to take those down and just leave the sheer for now. And if she wants to at a later time replace those with blinds, we can certainly do that. With some wooden blinds would go very good in this area. So what you're seeing is the before look of this particular room. Here are the after pictures, and of course I'll do an overall view of the entire house at the end of this video. So the next task on the list was to weed out the chairs and seating that we would not be using. I saw these green chairs. She also had some orange chairs that look similar to it. I would use the orange chairs in each of the bedrooms, and the green chairs, I would try to fit those into this gaming area. Eventually, I did find a space for them, but we needed to go ahead and weed out what we would not be using so it could be removed. The green chairs was going to sit right here in the gaming room in front of the window, and eventually I would put some throws on those to help make it work. I needed to also weed out all those chairs in the kitchen so we could see what chairs we would keep, which ones we wouldn't be able to keep. If I were to keep every inch of my videos that I recorded during this project, you would have to sit through a 2-hour video. Of course, I did not want to put you through that, but just know we went through the house, we tagged things that needed to be removed, furniture that we would not be using had to go, and as I was waiting on them, I decided to work on areas I could work on. So you'll see some completed projects in between some chaotic moments of a room. This may look chaotic, but it's piecing itself together. These chairs are in place. I just need to put the tables there for the kitchen so that we could brighten it up a bit. And then I'll move on to the bedrooms. And then eventually when they finish the flooring in the social room and the bar area, I'll go in there and do that. But I won't sit you through every inch of details that I recorded because that would take a little over 2 hours to complete, and I know you don't have time to do that. So we're going to speed through this interior decorating makeover for Miss Client's Airbnb. Thank you. Thankfully, her grandson was there to help me flip this table over. I did not want to break any legs on this table, but I was able to use some of her chairs for the kitchen table, which I was thankful for that. And also, we were able to pull those bar chairs out of the original bar space in the living room and put them at the kitchen bar table. And I think they'll work better in here. We'll do something different in her other bar area. What you see me doing now is attempting to modernize these chairs as simply as possible. But of course, I discovered this wasn't going to work. No, you can't sit pillows into these chairs to make them look modern. It was just bulky. It just didn't fit. So I had to come up with another solution. While my brain was working on what could be done with these chairs, I decided to just move on to a different area. I wanted to go ahead and put the little table that I brought for the window area. I wanted to go ahead and set that up. And I also wanted to go ahead and set up the table itself because maybe that would give me an idea of what we could possibly do to these chairs to make them modern other than going out and buy some new chairs. I was trying to save money as much as possible. Ma'am. This is a good temptation. It'll work for a while. Moving on to the bedrooms, the makeovers of these bedrooms happened on different days. However, for the sake of time, I'm going to show you the results of all three because they were trying to finish the flooring and this is all that I could get to during this time. But this is the results of that. That's her orange chair that I was able to use in the corner over there with the throw on it and just modernizing the bedding and the look of the area. Eventually we will take down these curtains and put up blinds, but she did not have them yet, so we just was able to do what we needed to do, and she was pleased with it. She loved this look. This used to be her grandson's room, and she just says she thinks she's gonna decorate his current room at his own apartment this way. I'm like, well, he got to want it to be decorated that way. Moving on to what used to be her daughter's old room, we decorated it in the same style using the orange chair, the amber vase with the flowers and the same bedding type, the white mirror in the corner. Eventually, if she wants to, she can put in a table and TV in these areas, but for now we were just getting it ready for immediate use. Yes, ma'am. He said he coming back.
We just have to do that.
Because she already had some blinds up in this area, and I think we would actually keep these blinds up, I decided to go ahead and take the curtains down, and instantly it brightened up the area. That was the goal, to show her that this area can be brightened up, and if need be, the blinds can be shut. But during the daytime, bring out some sunshine, make it welcoming. And as you see, that's what it did to this area. The orange chair in the corner with the throw matching the orange throw on the bed really sets this area off. She still have some items that she has to get out of the closet and out of the bathroom, but for now we are done with these bedrooms. Speaking of done, they are done with the floor. Yay! So now we can begin to piece together this social room. This will become her social room. And I love the look of this floor. I told her this new flooring would definitely bring out the look of this room. We're replacing those tall bar chairs that she originally had with some short gray chairs to match her interior paint that she has there, and it's coming together very nicely. We just gotta get this stuff out of here. She got some more stuff we gotta pack up and put into boxes and take to storage or wherever she's gonna take it. But once we are done, oh, it's gonna come together. I'm piecing it together piece by piece. I bought the rug that's going to go there. She already has a couch that her daughter is no longer using, so that's what we're going to try to use. I told her I would be honest. If it looked okay, then we would use it. If it didn't, it's got to go. As you can see, she's a very hands-on homeowner, and I don't blame her. You know, it's removing a lot of things that were sentimental to you and replacing them with things that you've never seen before. Speaking of which, if you see that design by her fireplace, remember I used one of those for my table in my home when I redid my kitchen. So we're going to keep hers this same natural color. We're not going to paint it because I think it goes well with her decor and it needs to brighten up the area. I also bought some new little gadgets to put in her coffee room that I saw that was black and white, and I wanted to go in and just place them in there because, you know, any little gadgets will do that will kind of lighten up the area. So that's what I've done here. Now let's return to the kitchen. Remember, I needed to try to modernize these chairs because I didn't want to have to replace them altogether. I went to Ollie's and I saw these chair pads, and I thought to myself, well, maybe we can just put a padding at the top and put a padding at the bottom of the chair and help it look a little bit modern until we can actually upgrade. So this is a starter project. This is a starter Airbnb. We can't be too expensive in this process and we can't be too fancy. So let's just get some chair covers that will go, chair paddings that will go in the back of the chair and in the seating of the chair. And I think that will work for this. Before finishing up the chairs, the homeowner called me in there to help identify something, and maybe you can help.
What heavy thing? Let's see, what is this here? This what you talking about? Yeah. What is that? Does that go to what? It's heavy.
This probably one of them antiques you.
No, I think it is antique.
Was it
now, 'cause
CB?
they come in and put other things in here.
Was it like a CB, or was it where you can tell the weather or weather radio or something? Nothing like that. It don't look like nothing I've ever seen.
I don't remember now.
I don't know.
But I just,
You might can put it in that box and just.
if it's a telephone company, they would, because we have a telephone here and here.
Let's see if it got a name on it. Hold on a minute. I can't see it in my light. It's upside down. Wait a minute. I can't read that
And
writing.
then you have to put But it is heavy. I can't read the writing though.
You think we've been love all these years?
No, ma'am. Yeah.
There was so much stuff everywhere that she was waiting on the guys to come and move out. I decided to go ahead and go into the game room and set up the games that I had purchased in there. And I chose some games that I thought a family would like, adults would like to play if they were there. The darts on the wall, the chess, Monopoly, all those different type of themed games. I even have a puzzle over in the corner that they can help put together as they visit. But we have to get this stuff out of here. Oh my gosh.
But I'm going to use it in this corner over
Well,
here.
I imagine that Eva doesn't know anything about them either.
This was definitely probably back in the day.
Well, see, I don't feel like you know, 85. How high are you supposed to feel?
You don't act over 80. You don't act 85.
You don't supposed to do that. You're supposed to.
So I decided to use a table that she had been begging me to try to find somewhere to put it. And I decided I would use it in this corner as the chess and checker table. She was excited about that. And also I was able to use some of the ottomans that she had, the many ottomans that she had in the house. I was able to use that in the game room as well. Since it would be more like a lounge type feel in the game room, I just decided to put them in there. And also use one of her tables in the foyer that wasn't originally in there when I designed it, but we were able to take it out of this formal living room and put it into the foyer. She was excited about that. And I just had to tell her we were not going to be able to use the couch and this chair. I understand it's pretty, it's antique, it's old, it's fashionable, and it's still in very good condition. However, this is going to be a game room, so we got to get it out of here at some point. I also reminded her that the guys needed to take this door down in her foyer. It needed to come down because the idea is to be able to see the design behind the door in the closet, not have to open and shut this door. So it's in the way. It's got to go. And by the way, has anyone figured out what that heavy object is with the dial on it? I haven't, but I was trying to give her some busy work because she was thinking she needed to follow me all over the house to help me sort things out. And in a nice way, I needed to let her know, no, ma'am, let me give you some work to do that I do need you to do. I wanted to remove all these mothballs. These are mothballs. Do you guys know what mothballs are? They have this certain distinct smell that I feel smell up your home in not a good way. So I had to remove them. She didn't want to remove them, but I just kind of removed all of them. But this monstrosity, I have no clue what this is. It was actually plugged up into the wall.
Is it hooked up? It's hooked
If
up.
you know what you think it might be, if you have grandparents or what have you that may be able to let me know, what is this thing? Please let me know.
Have you tried plugging this
Otherwise,
thing up?
you know it's going to the garbage, right? It's definitely going to the garbage. The goal was just to really keep her busy doing some things. And as I was paying attention to the layout of the bar, I realized I needed at least one more stool. Had to be 4 stools there. So I would go and purchase another one of those stools and get that going. And in the meantime, just kind of do an overview, an overlook of the areas that we've already finished and see what was missing. I was still waiting on them to bring the couch so we could set that in the area. And honey, I was telling her I needed to move this this picture off the wall.
So that's in there on the table. Sort of. It's a castle. But we gonna take it down. No, let me see. You think it's heavy?
Put this all on there. Is it heavy?
As I was reviewing the space, she was reminding me that she didn't want any naked pictures hanging up on the wall. So whatever I replaced that picture with couldn't be any naked women. And I'm like, well, no, that would not go with your decor and is not ideal for an Airbnb. So no naked women pictures on the wall. Come on now.
When she come looking for her stuff, you just tell her, said, I couldn't tell that girl nothing. She wouldn't listen to me. I tried to get her to put this stuff up on this wall and she wouldn't do it. Where your bird at, Miss Williams? I was telling you your bird can sit right between these deers right here. Since you want to put your bird, put it on display.
The room was coming together quite nicely, but there was this little bird she wanted to put on display somewhere. She said that reminded her of her grandchild, and she just needed to put that bird somewhere. I'm trying to stand the bird up. I thought he stood up on its own, but he was like a parrot, so he had to actually hang off something. So we found a space for him finally. We got that bird on the scene, okay?
There he is. We got that bird.
The guys had finally brought the couch, so I was able to see how it was going to have to be set up in this living room to create an open atmosphere. The television will also go into this room as well, so we needed to set it up so it would be like a social open area, no backs turned to each other. And trying to put this couch together, yeah, that was a task because I didn't even realize the things did that. But anywho, we got it together, we made it work, and I think the space has come a long way.
Yeah, this probably gonna go to the back bedroom. It might need to be comfortable back there.
Eventually, we would move that chair to the back bedroom, the biggest bedroom. I have not done it yet, but I wanted to get this social area coordinated enough so it will be ready for pictures and so forth. I also went ahead and purchased the wall art, and I purchased 2 of those, but I put one out in the foyer. I ended up removing this one in the foyer and replacing it with a different piece of artwork and putting that over by the bar because that small picture was too small for that area. And since she already had some hanging nails up, I decided to go ahead and put both pictures on that wall. I think we both were satisfied with this social area. It really gave the inviting feel. So much so I didn't even pay attention that she had cleaned out her laundry room.
Oh my gosh, you got the room cleaned out. I did not. Oh, you have been working. Oh, wow.
This was very exciting to me. Remember what this room used to look like? Here it is. Yeah, so this was major progress. We still had a lot more to move out, but this laundry room clean was progress. This project started with 11 rooms and 4 days to complete. By day 4, I only finished all but 3 of the rooms. This particular room will be a gym. She's going to use her own personal gym equipment. And also the main bedroom still has to be redone. It comes with its own bathroom, which she's going to do the bathroom, but my task is to tackle the bedroom. Also, I needed to finish the game room by getting that couch and that chair moved out of that room so I could go ahead and finalize it. By day 5, I was determined to be finished. I also wanted to try out something on the wall in the coffee room. Every time I saw something black and white, I thought, oh, that'll fit in the coffee room. But no, this little bit of mirror was not about to do it. So I had to get that taken down. But for now, it was going to stay up there until I could find its replacement.
It looks good. We got
Love this room where Martha stayed.
just a little more.
I'm gonna fix his bed. I'm gonna fix Martha's bed.
Like that.
Yeah.
As we were shutting down for the night, day 4 coming to a close, she was going on about how she really wanted to decorate her grandson's place where he is now, like his room, his old room in the back. So we'll see how that goes. But this is closing of day 4. Still have 3 more rooms to tackle. But for now, this is a good night for this night. As day 5 enters and begins, I realize I have the house to myself for a little while, so that means I need to get busy with doing as much as I possibly can. My first item on the list is tackle that back bedroom. And then if they've brought the gym equipment, I was going to complete that. And then finally, I was going to just try my best to do that game room if they have or have not removed that couch and chair. I was going to get it done. Today was day 5. Got to get it done. The back bedroom, main bedroom, had a barn door, and y'all know I love a barn door. But this one had rust and stains on it, so we would have to make it work some type of way or take it down altogether. I decided to grab some spray paint. You saw me taking the door out earlier, and I was going to try to make that some type of design to match this black and white and orange grayish theme that we had going on. And if this spray paint wouldn't make the job get done, then I was going to have to take it down and hand paint it. But I was truly hoping that this spray paint would get the job done. As I've mentioned before, spray paint just don't solve everything, but the things that it will solve, I'm going to try it. I'm going to be the first to try it. And if it don't work, then plan B, okay? But for this, I think it will do enough just to get us by to set up an Airbnb property. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm really trying to make this work for as less money as possible, because yes, I am over my budget of what I planned on spending, but I can't ding the homeowner for that. That's on me. So I'm gonna continue to do what I need to do to get it done, and we'll see how it turns out, guys. So while we're waiting on the door to dry, I did find a painting that I thought would go great in this black and white coffee room. And if it does, voila, mirror comes down. Mirror's coming down regardless, but I thought this would be a good addition to this room. I love this picture. I found it at Home Goods. It's time to tackle this main bedroom, and while the homeowner's not here, I decided to move as fast as I possibly could because I wanted her to have the element of surprise for a change. Even though I know she likes hands-on, I plan to try to get this one done by myself and hope that she can come and be satisfied later. There was a lot of dust, a lot of crud, a lot of everything in this room that needed to be cleared out before I even tried to design and set up the way the room needs to be. These curtains will eventually come down as well, simply because we're going to add blinds in this room and hopefully lighten it up a bit, because the furniture is dark, the floor is dark, so it needs some lightening up in this room. Still trying to utilize as much stuff as she possibly owns on her own. I tried to keep the pictures that she had. I tried to use this chair in this room. It came from the social area. You saw it earlier. So I'm still trying to keep her space personal while trying to modernize it all at the same time. That can be a bit challenging, but again, you keep what you can, you keep what you think would work, and the rest, it just has to go. So the room has to be balanced. To me, it's just a little bit off balance because you have one photo that's a little taller than the other, but for now we have to make it work, and this is the way that I balanced out the room. Reminding you what the before looked like, and then I'll present to you the after. I can't wait to see how she redo the bathrooms, which she don't have to do much to this bathroom. It is already put together, just needs some cleaning, and she plans to pick out her own rugs. She says she wants some bright colors, so we'll see what she comes up with. Other than a good cleaning, the room is ready. The house is basically ready to go. I'm proud of the bedrooms. It still needs more decluttered out of the rooms, but she'll have to find space for that in a storage house or somewhere else. But the house for the most part is done. The gym still has to be done simply because the guys have not moved the exercise equipment over here. So yeah, the gym still has to be done. I went ahead, since I was here by myself this day, I went ahead and added the wall art to the foyer, simply saying howdy. And I also added the rug that came up to the door. And guess what's missing? That chair and that couch. I moved it myself. I just simply drug it into the newly cleaned laundry area to give me my space to put these ottomans and set it up where this is a cozy game room. So the games are here, the throws are here, this mirror, yeah, it's got to go. It don't belong. But other than that, this room is basically set up to go. This room, coffee room, set up to go. The kitchen, set up to go. She has to declutter her actual kitchen area where the oven and stove and sink is. But there's that couch. See, told you I moved it in there. But she'll probably have the guys move it out of this space, but that'll be up to them as to what to do. My rooms are finished except for the gym. I'm done.
Walking out, I forgot all about the board. Yeah, it's ready. You can take it on in. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's a bunch of stuff.
So the homeowner came home and she discovered that I was in there and had redone some things and had to took the curtains down, and she's out there putting that stuff back in this room. And I said, oh my gosh, where are you going to put that? And she said, no, it can't be there. I have to use it. So I'm going to let her deal with that part. As I said, my part is done. I've done that part, and she can store it wherever she needs to store it, but it can't stay in that room. As long as she understands that. I was able to get the barn door up. I had literally forgot all about the barn door out there waiting to dry, but I was able to get that up. She did like it, but she said she just wished I hadn't chose black, but I had to be coordinated with the entire house. The only difference is I used a white throw instead of an orange throw. I think that's about all I can stuff into this video. I promise the very next video you'll see a full reveal, and you'll also be able to see what did I actually profit off of this makeover. Did I walk away with enough money to be satisfied, or did I overspend, go over budget? What happened? Until next time, you guys, enjoy your day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.